My niece mouthed the words, "We don't sit with people like you." And the whole table burst out laughing. I just smiled, shrugged, took my son's hand and walked out. Their laughter stayed behind, echoing like cheap glass shattering in the distance. I didn't correct her. I didn't need to. That night, Dad messaged me, "Payment tomorrow, right?" I stared at the screen for a long time before replying, "Not my problem." That was the moment everything shifted. They didn't realize it yet, but by morning, their laughter would turn into panic. I used to be the one they called the backbone of the family. Every crisis, every debt, every broken plan, I was the solution. They depended on me, and I mistook that for love. When my wife left, they didn't even pretend to care. She was their favorite, charming, beautiful, ambitious. They told me, "You'll bounce back. You always do." But they already knew she wasn't coming back. She was already in someone else's arms, my brother's. I found out on a Sunday. Not even from her. A family barbecue photo online. Her hand on his shoulder. My son smiling beside them. The caption read, "Family always finds its way back together." That word, family, used to mean something. I didn't scream or drink or smash things. I just sat there replaying every dinner, every glance, every excuse. The pattern was clear now. They replaced me quietly and assumed I'd never notice. Revenge didn't come as rage. It came as clarity. I stopped reacting and started observing. Dad's message about payment tomorrow reminded me I was still the one funding everything. Their house, their cars, their parties, their little world, all powered by my money. So I began my withdrawal. Calm, quiet, surgical. I sold the shares they didn't know I owned. Moved the company account into a private holding. Canceled every joint credit line. Then I made one phone call to the bank. By Monday morning, their business loan defaulted. By noon, the construction project my brother managed was frozen. By evening, my niece's school called about unpaid tuition. And by night, Dad called, voice cracking. "Son, what's happening?" The accounts, I let him talk, then said quietly, "You replaced me. Now live without me." They didn't grasp the size of what I'd done, not yet. Every property was under my name. Every signature they'd relied on was mine. Their comfort had been built on my patience, and I'd finally stopped signing. My ex-wife texted next. "This isn't you. You're better than this." I almost laughed. This is me, just not the version you could use anymore. When I arrived at the house to pick up my son, they were all there. Dad pacing. My brother sweating. Her pretending to cry. The perfect stage. My niece looked lost, not understanding why the room was so tense. I bent down, tied my son's shoelace, and whispered, ready to go. As we turned to leave, my brother said, "You can't just walk away from family." I faced him. "You did that first." The silence that followed was heavier than any shouting could have been. He took a step forward, but Dad stopped him because even he finally understood I wasn't bluffing. The next morning, one message went out to everyone. A screenshot of ownership documents, their house, their company, their accounts, all in my name. And below it, just one line, effective immediately. Access terminated. By noon, their laughter had turned to chaos. By evening, they were calling lawyers. By night, they were calling me. I didn't pick up. Weeks went by before she showed up at my office. No appointment, just tears and shaky breath. "I just want to talk," she said. I let her sit. First came apologies, then excuses, then what she called the truth. "I never meant to hurt you. It just happened," I nodded. "So did this." I handed her an envelope, divorce finalized, assets divided, custody approved. All fair, all legal. But tucked in the corner was a quiet dagger. She owed me half of everything she owned. Because she'd signed her name on my investments too. Her eyes widened as she read. "You planned this," she whispered. I smiled. From the day I walked out of that dinner, now, every time they drive past the old house, it's not theirs anymore. Every party they plan, every gathering they host, they pay for it themselves. They still sit at the same table, but the air has changed. No one laughs now. My niece still doesn't understand what happened. All she knows is that the man she once mocked doesn't sit with them anymore. He sits above them. I don't call it revenge, I call it correction. Some lessons are taught in silence, some with a signature. And when my son asks why we don't visit anymore, I simply tell him, because we don't sit with people like that, and for the first time, he understands.